monde change tout autour de nous. Le monde change et devient flou. Le monde change, c'est fou. Et reste le même malgré tout. Car il faut tous les attraper. Être le plus déterminé.
This is my plan. Vivillon has 18 forms. It all depends on what your country is set to when you first start the file. And so I have an X cartridge that I'm going to start for the first time, and the 3DS's location will be set to Puerto Rico. Come to think of it, the Torchic event is also happening, so on my Y version I'm going to get a Torchic, and on the Puerto Rico X file I'm also going to get Torchic, and I'm also going to get a Scatterbug, and I'll send that to Y. And then I'll evolve Scatterbug. Vivillon will be in Archipelago form. I'll also perform all prepared trait evolutions, and I'll send a Fennekin to Y version. And so with that also, Torchic number 2. Then I'll start a new file with the 3DS location set to New Mexico, and I'll catch a High Plains Scatterbug, and another Torchic of course, and I'll send them all to Y. Just assume I'll keep getting Torchics. Then I'll start a new file with the 3DS location set to Malaysia to get the Scatterbug in jungle form. Then I'll set the location to Washington, D.C. to get the modern form, Hawaii for ocean form, Dubai for sandstorm form, Antofagasta, Chile for marine form, the Northwest Territories of Canada for icy snow form, Brazil for savanna form, Mexico for sun form, and then I'm going to create one last file on X, set back to my actual location, and that is the game in which I will collect all X exclusive Pokemon and Megastones, and I'll send them to Y. And that includes the T-Rex fossil that I didn't get in Pokemon Y. So there are 7 Vivillon types that I can't possibly get with my 3DS, and I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. It is time for me to begin. I just felt a drop of rain. That always means that things are gonna get better. So I just spent an entire day doing all that stuff. And as it turns out, there are 7 types of Vivillon that are not currently known to be obtainable using a North American 3DS. I thought Canada had 2 different ones. Apparently Tundra is not one. And so before the 3DS gets hacked, and I don't know how soon that's going to happen, I'm going to trade 7 extra Vivillons for Vivillons hopefully of different types, because I'm aiming to obtain all 7 types I need. And I'll be using the global trade station. The 7 types I need are Continental, Elegant, Garden, Meadow, Monsoon, River, and Tundra. And so I'm just going to go on the global trade station and see how lucky I can get here. Hopefully many people are also doing this, and so it won't be too long before I have all of the types. That said, there are 11 Vivillons in my collection that all have the original trainer Zelgerath. Of course, they have different ID numbers because they're different files. Usually I don't trust the GTS, but in this small window of time where it can't be cheated Pokemon, I'm gonna go for it. This quest for Vivillon is one of those rare occasions in which I must depend on others to catch all of the Pokemon in every single form. I want to make it clear that I am not used to trading with other people. The last time I actually traded with other people was before March 22nd, 2009. And so these Vivillons are the 7 exceptions to that rule. And so I'm about to get the last 2 forms that I need from someone on the internet who has a Japanese 3DS. And those last 2 forms are Tundra form and Monsoon form. When I pick them up, possibly tomorrow, I will begin the story in Pokémon X. So, do you guys see these Vivillons and that one? Well, that means I caught all of the Vivillons, or sort of. 11 of these do have the trainer Zelgerath with different ID numbers, but there are 7 that I had to trade for. And now that that's all over, I don't have to trade with anyone else anymore for the rest of this quest. All I need to do now is catch those X exclusive Pokémon and the T-Rex fossil Pokémon, and finally, the last Pokémon of the alphabet. The file is a girl character named Zelda. Fennekin was chosen as the starter, and 2 Pokémon were sent over in eggs, the Squirtle and a Bulbasaur, each holding Blastoisinite and Venusaurite, respectively. When I choose a Kanto starter, I'll choose Charmander, but I'll put it in the PC. But I'll also pick up a Torchic at the first available Pokemon Center. And so, I'm going to run through this game as fast as I can, give or take. So now I have captured all of the new Pokemon in X and Y, except for one of them. In time I shall go after the Pokemon Zygarde.